Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Well, here we have 3 little boxes, and they're from NZG. And they contain our good old friend, the Unimog. So let's open one up, and they've got this cardboard covering because they're protecting a plastic display case. And let's get it out of its NZG branded box. As we carefully ease it out, there is some packaging inside the display case that we also have to remove. In this review, we're looking at 910101, and it has a mower attachment and is in the colours of the Vancy company Escotter. 9105 is a road rail machine in the colours of Deutsche Bahn, which is German railways. And 910403 is another road railer. It's a shunting machine in the colours of the Vancy company ETF. Also included with the road railers is a section of track. Well, in a way this is not really assembly, it's more like disassembly. But if you want to set your Unimog free, that's easy enough to do. You just take the lid off. And there are a couple of screws underneath which secure it to the base. The screws are a bit tight, and make sure you hold the Unimog on a metal part so that you don't break anything. We'll start with the Escotter version, and it's got a nice detailed chassis, and there's some detail at the mower head too. The Unimog cab is distinctive, and it looks nicely decorated in the Escotter colour scheme. The wheels look good, as do the flatbed sides, and at the back there's a counterweight and also a realistic number plate. The combination mower is a Mulag MKM 700, and it's nicely made, almost all in metal. The Deutsche Bahn Unimog also has a detailed chassis, and it has the large wheel hubs you get on road rail machines. Again, there's plenty of nice detail around the cab, and this one has a generic number plate. Included is a piece of track which is of composite construction, and you can see the small rail wheels and the pusher plate on the front. Behind the cab there is a raised air intake and a horn on the roof. The ETF has the same road rail chassis as the Deutsche Bahn, and so it's got the rail axles both front and rear. Some nice detailing on the model includes the very small graphics. This particular Unimog is used as a shunter, so it's got the heavy body and a pusher bar at the back. Once again, we're out on the test track, and we'll give the Escotter a run for its money. And it rolls along very nicely in a straight line. The Unimog is highly manoeuvrable, and that's reflected on the model with excellent steering. This is the version with the mower attachment, and it just clips on at the front. And for driving, the long-armed mower tucks in at the back, although there's not much ground clearance at the front. So the grass on the Cranes etc. lawn has grown long, so it's time to get the mowers out. The long one has got good reach, although the rams struggle to hold it up. And the one at the front unhooks and rotates forwards. And you can carefully position the mowers side by side to give you a double width of cut. With the mowers out, you can smell that green grass of home. The ETF version performs similarly on the road, and it's also got excellent steering, although the clearance on the road rail assemblies is tight. The other working feature is the pusher bar at the rear, and that can be lowered to engage with and push another rail vehicle. From the Cranes etc. test track, we go on to the Cranes etc. test track, and we firstly need to lower the rail wheels. These are on tiny hydraulic rams, and they're stiff enough to hold any pose. Here comes the section of track that's included with the model, and the rubber tyres need to engage with the rail tops. Each section of track comes with its own clip, and that means if you insert it at one end, then you can join on another piece of rail. And when they're joined up, it makes for a reasonable connection. So let's now get the Deutsche Bahn Unimog back on the rails, and as long as you've set it up correctly, it rolls along reasonably well. With the 2 Unimogs, we can demonstrate the Zagro shunter, and we can lower the pusher bar and then push the Deutsche Bahn along. It's a little bit like having your own little train set. These are 3 more very nice implementations of the Unimog U400 series by NZG models. They look attractive in their various colour schemes, and the Escotter and ETF versions are limited editions of 150 each. If you like the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, then all of these versions are very good.